If I had one pickup, would the tone change if I would switch it to another guitar? So today on Guitar Tone Central, you know the question. If I take this pickup and I put it in a different guitar with different body material, a different type of wood, would the tone change? Well, it's an age-old question that people have argued about forever, and we're not going to argue about it today. We're going to play it. We're going to go exploring and see what we find, because the interesting thing here is we have three of essentially the same guitar, electronics-wise, string, bridge, hardware, everything's the same except for the wood. So we're going to get into that in a minute, but please share, like, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget the notification bell so that you can get all the latest videos coming up on your screen. We appreciate you being here very much. So thank you. Now, what we're going to do today, we've got this EMG H4 pickup. So we're going to use three different Somnium guitars. The beauty of this is that the Somniums, usually we're changing pickups in a guitar, right? We're going to take the same guitar and we're going to change out the pickups. Instead, we're going to keep the pickup, we're going to change out guitars. A little bit different. Why? Because we can. So we're going to start with the walnut body guitar and an ebony fretboard. So we have players, you might be one of them, that the wood is everything, okay? Whether it's the body wood, the fretboard wood, the neck shaft wood, any of the other components, the bridge, the nut. You know, the bridges are the same in all of these guitars we're going to be playing for you today. The strings are all the same gauge, same brand. The pickup height is exactly the same. The tone, these pots are all exactly the same. Same. So we're literally doing apples to apples as we're going from guitar to guitar. So we're going to record the sound and play it back for you so that you can see what difference do I hear. The question isn't so much, is it going to sound the same from one guitar to another? The question is more, is it going to sound good, right? It's not important if it sounds the same as it does in your guitar, your maple guitar versus my walnut guitar. The question is, does it sound good? And if it sounds a little different, so what? So it just means I know what I might get if I choose a guitar that's got a walnut body, mahogany body, whatever it may be. Same could apply to the fretboards. It gives you a little bit of a, recipe, perhaps, for what tone you're going for. So the construction of the guitar, the wood, the pickup, it's all part of the recipe for your tone. So in order to go exploring, we're going to do it right. So now we're going to fire up our guitar. This is, again, the EMG H4, walnut body, ebony fretboard. Let's take a listen. We're going to keep it on clean tones so you can hear strings ring out, just some basic strumming and picking, and let's compare the three. All right, here we go. What did you think? Okay, for me, a little hard to tell the difference. Okay, there was a little bit, maybe a little bit of brightness difference with the maple body, maple neck. This alder body, mixed body, rosewood versus walnut ebony, both have a warm tone. Little bit warmer tone maybe, and that's something that I've heard over time quite a bit, is that maple tends to be brighter, okay, for a lot of players. I've had studio guys say that. We've had bass players say that about bass guitars. Yes, different frequencies on the strings, but still, it's the same wood. So you'd think it would have a similar kind of result. So there is a subtle difference because even though it is not a major difference, the different components of the guitar matter. And whether it's enough of a change in tone, or maybe it's exactly the change in tone that you're looking for. If you like that pickup but want a brighter attack, a brighter result, well, maybe put it in a maple guitar, all maple body, maple fretboard, and that's the result that you get. Did we mix and match necks? No. Okay, maybe if I put a maple neck on this body, maybe there'd be a slight improvement in brightness. Hard to tell. We don't have time for that on Guitar Tone Central. We're not taking these suckers apart. But we wanted to give you a little bit of a taste of same pickup, just to keep in mind that moving a pickup, whether you take one out of one guitar and put it in another, or you're going to buy one and decide which of your guitars to put it in to get a particular type of sound, then this gives you a little bit of an idea, hopefully, of what you might expect as a result. But of course, the bottom line is, does it sound good? Not does it sound like my friend's guitar or my neighbor's guitar. The point is, does that pickup sound good? If it sounds good in the store where you're trying it out, and you're trying it out in an alder body guitar, well, chances are it's going to have a very similar sound if you have the same strings, basically the same setup. There's a lot of other factors, of course, but here we kept all the factors the same and gave you a little bit of a taste of the difference. So thank you very much for being here. We appreciate you, and come back and see us next week when we talk about our next adventure in tone.